I need you to stop and listen to this paper for a second. Like, I'm not exaggerating when I say that the way this paper sounds is probably one of the reasons why I've been so consistent in this journal. I've seen so many people create beautiful daily drawings in their Hobonichi Techo planners. This is the A6 size, and so my way of doing this was I decided to buy this halfway through the year when it had been marked down as clearance as they started selling the 2026 planners for next year. So here's a look at over 100 feelings portraits. They're small illustrations that I did about what I did each day, the way I was feeling, and kind of the way I pictured myself on that day. I'll be back at the end to show you some of my favorites and answer any questions you have about how I made this happen. To create these, I used a couple of Pilot Color Eno mechanical pencils in light colors, Sakura Micron fine liner pens in purple mostly, and a Tombow dual brush pen in the color 620 lilac. I ended up really liking the way the composition in this one turned out, with the little plane window up in the corner and the Union Station Hotel that I went to that day on the plane. And I just kind of put the compositions together as I go. I start in one area and then add things to balance it out. I think a lot of these turned out to be my favorites because I was at Enchanticon in St. Louis and I just had the best time. I really liked the way I drew my pose here. I love these little noodle arms. They're my favorite way to draw arms now. I liked this one from the Ren Fair. I really liked the Over the Garden Wall one with my kid and I dressed as Greg and Wirt. I also sometimes will use photo references, so you might recognize some of these poses from my Instagram page. Oh gosh, and I love the way the painting that I drew here turned out. Some of them are outlined in pencil, some of them aren't. I don't know, it just turned out really cool. This one ended up looking really cozy. I liked that a lot. I don't know. I find when you draw something over and over again, sometimes they turn out cool. Other times they look weird. Oh, we're doing shadow puppets and I drew like a rabbit shadow puppet on the wall there. I like the way my paint covered hands looked in this one. The repetition, I think, is key here. I thought that was cute too. I try not to draw the same facial expression every time. That's my parents' puppy. There were a lot of really good days and some of them were just kind of normal days, but sitting down and working on this every night and sometimes a couple in one night if I fall behind, it not only gives me an excuse to find something worth writing down about the day, but also gives me a really good way to see improvement because I can look through this and see how far I've come. If you've been thinking about working on a project like this, I think you should go for it.